Good evening. I am here, and I am dropping frames. Cool, even though I restarted my computer. Hey, it's been a week since my last stream. Over a week. I was away at Anthrocon from Wednesday until Tuesday. Not really, not at Anthrocon the entire time, but I was away. Pretty interesting weekend, to say the least. Wednesday, so normally I don't take off the day before the con. For Anthrocon, because it's an overnight road trip for us. So what we did this year is, because I'm going to be cutting back on trips a bit, I decided to extend this one out a day. So what I did was I took the Wednesday off. My friends and I all went to K-pop together, which, delicious, as always. Turns out there's one, right near where I live, and I didn't realize that. So we all went to that one together. I didn't know, we planned to go to that one, but I didn't realize that was, it was, right there. I'm like, oh, cool, neat. So, stream? Okay. I don't know what's going on right now with the stream. It's the speeds all over the place. So, oh, man, I'm not liking that. The reception is moving constantly. Hey, Ayla, why is that popping up? That's not that's not the sub thing. Why does it do that? I still didn't fix that. Damn it. So we went to K-Pot. It was very good. Afterwards I ran back home, grabbed some extra stuff, and then we headed off to our friend's house. Took a nap while I was there. Not the best of naps, but enough. And then we all crammed into her car. And one of our friends actually. So it's 4 of us going. Me, Nessie, our friend, and then another friend of ours. And the 3 of us, are me and Nessie's friend, and Nessie and I, all take a car together. And what it is we just have it packed up like this, the trunk and then one of the 2 back seats. And our other friend actually follows in his motorcycle, which is really cool. His motorcycle, he's very, it's very, kind of, I don't know how to describe it, it's like Tokyo Drift, cyberpunkish looking. It's really cool. But yeah, he follows behind us on the motorcycle the entire ride there, which is really neat. Really, real trooper he is for driving 7 hours like that. But yeah, we drove to Pittsburgh like we normally do from where we were in New Jersey. It's really a 6-7 hour drive, but we take 2 hours in pit stops. So, it took us the night to get there. We get there around 8-9 in the morning. It's really fun. We blast music all night. We just chat, and it's just a good time. It's probably one of the best parts of the trip. And I'm gonna be honest, this weekend there's a Splatoon 3 Splatfest. Also, I'm sorry if I didn't actually say hello, Ayla. I just realized, because I'm talking about Splatoon, and I'm like, oh wait, Ayla just resubbed. Thank you though. So there's gonna be a Splatfest this weekend. It's how do you want to travel, and it's land, sea, or air. And I'm like, well, air obviously, but then I thought I really like road trips. So I almost picked land. I did end up picking air. There will be no streams of that this weekend. That will just be me playing that on my own. And yeah, it was a great time. We got there. We got into the hotel. We actually stayed 1 block away from where we stayed last year, so it was nice. Not a ton to say. Actually, no. What am I saying? The hotel was one of the most interesting parts of the trip. Look at this. Look at this. This is the decor inside the hotel. This was a lamp at the front desk, just a giant heron with a lampshade around it. They have bird cages just lining the walls. Again, it's really weird because it's not really a bird motif hotel. They're just there. I mean, there's also this bird cage around the lamp in our room. But I don't know. And I guess there's a bird in this lampshade too. But it's weird. It was a very I don't know if I took any other photos of the hotel itself. It was very kind of retro-ish, 19. I don't know the exact decade. I would say it was, but it had a very specific flair. There was a lot of dog tooth pattern to the curtains, to the wallpaper. It was really weird. Been awake for 19 hours so far. Not tired yet, so honestly wonder if I'll be up for 24 just because you don't have anything tomorrow. I wish I didn't have anything tomorrow. So I went back to work today, and I was miserable all day. I just could not focus on it. Is there a second? I thought there was another audio source playing for a second there. Okay. Internet connections also seem to have stabilized. Matt Rat. say 60s, 70s, but to be honest, it could be any era. Yeah, it's kind of hard to place. Also, yeah, Squeakcross. I bought Squeakcross right after my birthday, and I've been playing it on and off on my own. It's just fun to do like 5 puzzles every night, get a couple stickers. I have not designed any of the rooms outside of the first one yet, but I'm about like, I'd say a little more than halfway done with the game. I haven't finished both catalogs yet, but I'm saving the challenges until I've cleared both catalogs, just so I can go back and then not like immediately know what the puzzles look like earlier. Even though I guess they'd be different. There's 2 puzzles for each item in the game. And it's nice because, like, so if you don't know what the Squeakcross game is, it's actually like an Animal Crossing Picross mashup. You get, like, decorations to decorate your mouse's home. And, if you beat the challenge mode version of it, you just get unlimited of an item to place. Which is really cool. It's so good. It is. Hey, Quillsoft. Woke up early to work, but then missed your shift by a single minute because you confused 4:15 with 4:30, and Amazon flexes 0 tolerance for being more than 5 minutes late. Wait, so you missed your shift by a single minute? Oh, so you were 6 minutes late, you're saying. That sucks. It's even got little pride flags you could decorate the screen with. Yeah, I got them. Okay, we're veering off course here already. Where was I? We just got into the hotel. So we got to the hotel. I was like, I'm going to be awake this time. I won't sleep through registration. Still slept for 3 hours. But I woke up, got my badges. I mean, I wore my badges. You know how it is. Just the usual cavalcade of them. If you don't know, if you've seen the big muscle badge, that's on my back. I don't wear it on the front. I was also wearing my Chocobo shirt. That entire day, the Chocobo Cloud overshirt, which if you didn't know, I have that. It's Cloud's vacation shirt from 7 Rebirth. It's a very cheap recreation of it, but I got it. And yeah, Regline was way better than last year. Last year I went to Reg at like 1 or 2, and I think I was on that line till like 5 in the afternoon, and I missed the Fuga panel because of it. This year I got there at 1. We were in and out before 3:30. Like not even. I think it was less than 2 hours. They were very, very streamlined this year, and I'm very glad that the con took notice of what was happening and kind of fixed it. Here are the badges for this year, which are really, really. I definitely I enjoy the sea creature theme. Also, I went with the name Melody Macaw, which I've done at a few cons. Don't think too deep into that just yet. Being the qualifier there, but yeah, it's just a name. Also, there's poop in this, but when I went to get my registration, I kept hearing a chirping right outside the hotel, and then I look and I see this like old-looking bird just like chilling there, and I'm assuming it can't really fly that well, but it wasn't there when I came back. Yeah, it was just a cute little bird. He chirped when I got close. But yeah, Regline went very smoothly. Very happy about it. I got to go to the Fuga panel this year. Here's a manga panel of Boron from one of the gag mangas, which I haven't read them. They're on YouTube, translated for free. But yeah, Fuga panel was interesting. Heard some, nothing confirmed, but CyberConnect 2 has stated the Fuga series is over. The 3rd game is the last one. They aren't working on it, but they are thinking about ideas for the next game in the franchise, like the Little Tail Bronx franchise. And they've also said that they want to try to bring the physical copies into America, like in English. Also, they want a booth at Anthrocon, which that would be awesome if CyberConnect 2 of all companies could get a booth in the dealer's den. Like I'm normally against like the bigger, more mainstream companies showing up and taking space in the dealer's den. CyberConnect 2, I think, is indie. They're not indie, but they're small enough and they're furry focused enough, because a lot of the people on staff really love the furry culture in general. There's enough of them. There's enough of that there that I think they'd be a welcome addition to the dealer's den, even if it's just a one-spot thing to sell some of the merch. I think that'd be very cool. Overall, nothing big and revealing came out of the panel this year. They did reveal what the next set of DLC costumes for Fuga 3 will look like, but they did that last year and the year before as well. So nothing nothing incredibly different there. Just scrolling back here. Music is just a tad too loud. Okay, sorry. This is all Mega Man Zero music, by the way. Look, as long as you show up and shit and not be late for reason, okay, cool, but, well, it doesn't work like that, sadly. Yeah, no, I hate... It's like my job. It's like I don't want to be there at 10:30 in the morning, but I can't show up at 11. Can't wait for Squeakcross to get a Switch 2 update for mouse controls, but I had a brief talk with devs, and that won't happen for a few months to a year because of indies not getting Switch 2 dev stuff yet. Oh, really? So that's why. I guess Toby Fox was, like, the one exception to that. It's also a little blurry in handheld. I did notice that. I think that might just be Switch 1 games in general, though, because they are being blown up to a higher resolution on handheld, and not every game supports that. Like, some games are hardwired to be 720p in handheld, which is why, like, looking at my Switch 2 screen right now, like, on stream, it looks fine. On my OBS preview, it looks very blurry, because my OBS preview is 1080, and I have it set to 720. We really need modern parts of Tail Concerto and Solata Robo. So, funny enough, someone in the dealer's den was selling a copy of Tail Concerto for, like, $500, and I was like, yeah, I'm good. And then I immediately went and bought a Japanese copy off eBay for like 20. If you want to collect old video games, just get the Japanese versions. They're so much cheaper. Crust. Wonder if they'll try another genre yet again. 720p, yeah. Sure. Let me turn that down one more notch. So where was I? Oh yeah, okay, to Tail Concerto, Fuga panel. So yeah, I actually ordered a Japanese copy of Tail Concerto for my collection because I figured I have the Fuga collection in Japanese. So why not just get Tail Concerto? The only game I have in English is Solata Robo. I have the Chocobo collection, which is Japanese only. And I'm just like, it's a cool collector's item. You desire funny bird noise? Okay, hold on. I got funny bird noises. And you know what? Just for good measure. A Weibo. There. Funny bird noise. So speaking of games that I got cheap, today I hit Shrunk Metal. My friend Nessie and I were saying that all weekend. That's become like a vocal stem for us now. Apollo's like random identification words. Metal, paper, Shrunk, Wario. Speaking of games, today Best Buy was clearing out their stock of Collection of Mana for Switch, and I bought a copy. 12 after tax, $12 with free shipping for Collection of Mana, a game that normally goes for like $30. I'm like, oh, such a good deal. And that's a great, like, I know that that's a good deal because I've played those games. I like those. Well, I like 2 out of the 3 of those games. I'm not the biggest fan of Secret of Mana. I like the story, I like the music, I like the graphics. I don't like actually playing it. I'm fine with playing Final Fantasy Adventure, and I'm fine. I like Seiken Densetsu 3, which is fully translated. But I didn't see a reason to get the collection since I've played all those games on stream already. But you know what? At $10, I can't really say no. So that'll be coming in a couple days. Glask. Are you going to get DK Bonanza? Yes, I will. I will absolutely be getting DK Bonanza. That will be starting next week. That will be a streamed game. And the week after that will be No Sleep for Kaname Date from AI The Somnium Files. So we'll be doing both of those games for July and August. I need to get back to Solata Robo again. As good as it is, it's easy to put down for too long without structured and stuff, and then being distracted by other games. I did specifically went back to grinding in Mystery Dungeon 2 to get max Guildmaster rank. You're done with that. Wow. You love Somnium Files. Nice. I do too. I love all of Uchikoshi's stuff. I was just talking to my brother about Zero Escape and how much he hated the scene of one of the characters talking about Back to the Future but refusing to name the characters in it. Anyway, let me grab a drink here. So again, to keep the train derailed here, I didn't stream after I'd gotten this. I was supposed to, and I skipped it. By the way, I'm sorry about that. I skipped the Mario Kart stream I wanted to do last week. I was just too busy getting ready to leave the next day. So I needed the night to get ready. I will do another Mario Kart stream soonish, like one last multiplayer one. Not last, but like last planned one. But last week I got my my nice water bottle, and it is working great. Sturdy. It fell out of Nessie's car. It only took minor cosmetic damage right after I bought it, unfortunately. But it's sturdy. It works. It's kept my water cold for over a day, so I'm very happy about that. It's got a locking mechanism on it, and a suction thing and a button. It's very secure. Love it. Love having an actual good water bottle. Looks like they're going to bring back the escape room style stuff from Zero Escape and Somnium Files 3. Yes, they are. It's gonna have all of them. It's gonna have the visual novel, the Somniums, and the escape rooms. They're very much playing them up. It seems that the escape room segments will focus mostly on, like, Iris, but, like, she'll be guided by Date and Ota, which is interesting. The only unfortunate thing is because this game takes place closer to after the first game than before the second game. It's using the pre-time skip design, so Oda looks like a fucking child again instead of the sexy nerd he looks like in Nirvana Initiative. I love that design for him, by the way. Like, it's... I know Oda's, like, not supposed to be a very likable character, but God, he's nerd cute. He really is nerd cute. I wish Oda a very nice die. Look, I'll protect Oda. None of you have to defend him. I will defend him. If there is one Oda defender in the world, it's me. Just remember what I was thinking of it. There was a reference to it in the 100 line, which you're playing through now. I was only just thinking about 999 today. I've heard the 100 line is like straight up... Or is it you that said that? That said that, like, 100 line is just straight up Danganronpa 4. Which makes me want to play it, but I still haven't played Danganronpa V3. Which, by the way, if you're looking at the screen, you'll notice it's right there at the edge of the menu. I actually updated these 3 games because I didn't have the update data downloaded to the Switch 2. For space reasons, so I did that now, because at some point, I'm going to be streaming these, and I'm probably going back to Ring Fit at some point as well, so... Pretty much, yeah. I want to play that. I also want to play Raincode. I have that. I have Raincode. I also have Aegis Rim. I have Aegis Rim, 13 Sentinels, or whatever it's called. That apparently is a very, very good game by Vanillaware. The same people that made Unicorn Overlord, which I always laugh at because it has such a funny title. 100 line is over a dozen different storyline routes with 100 endings, yeah. And I've heard that they're all actual, like, real endings. They're not just, like, joke endings or quick endings. Like, most of them are fully fleshed out endings, which to me is like, God, reading that's gonna be a fucking nightmare on stream if I do that. It has the same free time and stuff as Danganronpa. Wow. I mean, Raincode kind of had a lot of Danganronpa in it, too. It had the Danganronpa character designs, and also, from what I could tell, it has, like, 3D, like, battles that kind of are reminiscent of the courtroom segments in Danganronpa. Like, they have this whole thing where you, like, slice the arguments with weapons and stuff. Have yet to get to where the story could deviate, so, I know nothing about Raincode. I'm live 40 hours in, and 40 hours been barely a third done. I've heard 100 Line Academy is like 100 hours long. Like, it takes like 50 hours to get to, like, the splits, and then it takes another 50 hours to actually see every ending. I don't know how I would stream that. Like, that's filling me with, like, anxiety thinking about that. I still have to stream V3 first. Oop. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, wow, we have veered so far off fucking course. So what else happened at Anthrocon? There was a guy in a Luigi cosplay, and of course, everyone fucking cheered for this guy at every opportunity. And you know what? Thumbs up, man. Thumbs up, my man. Same to you, Green Toad. What else? This is just a shot of the... So if you're on the roof of the DDLC, or DLCC, David L. Lawrence Convention Center. I always fuck that up. You could see, like, the outer edges of Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is such a wonderfully weird-looking city. Like, it's got, like, if you're in the center of it, yeah, it's, like, very city-like, but then, like, everything around the edge is, like, mountainous forest with just, like, little towns sparsed into them. And, man, I would love to, like, live up there. That would be really fun. Really scenic. Though I don't know how I'd be able to handle that if I don't drive. I mentioned this on stream, but I got a cow mask prosthetic a while back. And it's a really nice one. It doesn't look too nice here because I'm not wearing it very well. But, yeah, I wore that to the TF meet. And, yeah, people liked it. Let's just say I have not more prosthetics, but more stuff relating to that coming in the mail. Looks a little uncanny, which is kind of the point. But, yeah, it's there. It's there. Bird meetup. I don't really fursuit anymore. I barely ever fursuited. But here's the fursuit, the bird suiters. This is a nice panoramic shot. Yeah, a lot of them. There's one in an inflatable suit. That's actually a person. This person's just holding another person up. Where's Ribadu? There he is. This Rivali fursuiter is like 5 feet tall, and I love this. I love their suit. It's so good. They are the ultimate short king. Raincoat was really good. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I didn't miss anything there. The chat stopped moving. What else? Wow, I didn't really take any other photos. So here's the thing. Anthrocon was good. It wasn't the best Anthrocon for me. There were some issues that came up. In particular, on Tuesday... not Tuesday. What? On Saturday, I think I missed, like, 80 to 90% of the convention. Maybe not 80, 90%, but, like, more than half the day I lost on Saturday. I woke up, went to the bird meet, got lunch, was supposed to do, like, 3 other things, couldn't do them, was supposed to go to a big, long panel that I had planned to go to, and it didn't happen. And there was just some trouble. So it kind of sucked. Thankfully, everything was resolved and everything's okay. But yeah, I didn't have the best Saturday, and that kind of just lingered the rest of the weekend. Sunday was chill, but like at the end of it, I just kind of felt like empty. It didn't feel like the best ending to the con. So it wasn't the best Anthrocon I've been to, and I'm still a little like in my head about it for a few reasons. But everything's okay. You know, I came home, unpacked, washed my stuff on Monday. Yesterday, I wasn't here like I wanted to be. I just watched videos all day and kind of tried to catch up on stuff. I wasn't in the best mindset. I wasn't feeling too good. But, you know, it's mostly resolved itself. Now I'm just kind of, you know, work exhausted rather than actual exhausted. And yeah, here I am at 1:20 in the morning. So nothing's changed or improved. That said, I do kind of want to start moving the streams back a little bit. So hopefully no more of this starting at 1 a.m. thing. Like, I don't know why it keeps happening. At 11, I keep getting ready, and by the time I'm good to go, it's already like 12:30. So I don't know why that keeps happening. I'm going to try to fix that. So I'm not streaming at 1 till 4. Like, I could still go to 4, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to have that be the norm. Oh yeah, I also bought a plush of Bandit from Bluey. I saw the Bluey plush at a few sheets coming home from Anthrocon, and I was like, I don't really want a Bluey plush. I like I like the cartoon. I've seen the cartoon. I like it, but I don't know if I'd want a Bluey plush. But then the last sheets I went to, I saw Bandit, and I'm like, oh, that's not Bluey. That's the dad that everyone likes. Hell yeah, I'm getting him. So $6 later, I have an official TY. Or Ty. Is it TY? It's Ty, I think. Bandit plush. I also got another plush when I came home, but I haven't opened it yet. Haven't taken it out of the bag yet. Keep an eye on Blue Sky for that one. Weirdly nostalgic for that previous song that I was playing because Mega Man Zero is one of the first games you ever played, and only play the intro of it over and over with this played. Oh, really? Bandit is hot. See, it's funny to say that about, like, Canon Bandit, because Canon, you know, all the Bluey characters are friggin' rectangles, but yeah, I mean, Bluey, the Bandit's got that mainstream appeal. Who was the celebrity that went on TV, that went on a talk show and was like, yeah, Bandit's pretty hot? I'm just like, mad respect. Mad respect for the hustle there. Saying that on national TV. He's a hot rectangle. Okay. You know what? Fair enough. People like Mediton. And Mediton was a rectangle until he wasn't. Which brings me to tonight. So, tonight, and tomorrow night, we're going to be revisiting Deltarune. We're going to be starting the weird route. There is a weird route for 3 and 4. More 4 than 3, supposedly. I think 3 only has, like, 1 difference in it total. But I will be trying to get stuff I missed in 3, just to show it off. Again, if there turns out to be some, like, ultimate playthrough that needs to be done, I'm going to do that once all the chapters are out. But I figured this week it'd be good to revisit Deltarune. Next week, before Bonanza, we will revisit Fuga 3. And I found out grinding everything in Fuga 3 to get all the hidden endings and stuff is extremely easy, because just like I thought you could just go to an intermission, do it, reset the chapter, redo the intermission, reset the chapter again, and just rinse and repeat until you've maxed out everything. It really does. The game really does not have a hard mode. In fact, getting the other assist characters, it turns out that the amount of choices you make in the game are finite. So, like, if I go back to a previous chapter, I'm not gaining another point. What's happening is if I switch my answer, it'll move a point from one bar to the other. So, essentially, it's balanced that you'd have to just go back and change your answers to get the other characters, instead of just replaying one spot over and over again. Which is weird because, obviously, I just said the supports don't work that way. So, I don't know how much of that we're going to be grinding on stream, but I will try to do as much of it as I can, and we'll try to see everything in Fuga 3, just to close it out. Just because it's so easy. It's so easy compared to well, I mean, 1 and 2 wasn't hard. 1 and 2 was just, you had to restart the entire game every single time. Thankfully, 3, you could jump around wherever the fuck you want and do whatever you want. And you could, like, sacrifice a child, then come back and revive them by letting them live. Pretty cool stuff. And the fact that the difficulty doesn't go up on the fights means that it's pretty easy to just do that however you want. In before Deltarune True Ending Lock behind the secret route that's only on PlayStation where you intentionally avoid every trophy. Yes. So I will show this off when we get to the end of Chapter 4 again, but there is actually a special ending message at the end of Chapter 4 from the mysterious voice that says, like, if you don't get any trophies in the PS4 version, or PS5 and PS4 version, it mentions you not getting any marks, and that's very impressive that you managed to do that. Spoilers for Deltarune, everyone dies at the end. I will say something interesting I found out about, and again, this is specifically for the PlayStation versions of Deltarune. There are achievements for clearing every chapter, but the interesting thing about it is that if you get the egg... yeah, notably, you can only get that by getting every egg, yes. If you get an egg, you do not get the achievement for completing a chapter. For some reason. Like, it like, disqualifies you from getting the achievement. So if you get all 4 eggs in a playthrough on an account, you get told, like, oh, you didn't get any marks. Very impressive. It's very weird. It also implies that maybe the egg is, the description of the chapter trophies is cleared chapter X without issue, which, okay, so we're gonna theory craft here for just a moment, which I shouldn't do before we actually start Deltarune. If the mysterious voice is in fact Gaster, that means that Gaster thinks that getting the eggs is causing an issue. So that's interesting. Very, very interesting. Oh, closed off the valve on that too early. One of the hidden endings is going to be getting all the shadow crystals. Maybe. Who knows? I mean, the game does keep track of them on the main menu. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much everything. Like, that was vacation. I'm not super happy to be back, obviously. I mean, I'm happy to be streaming. I'm not super happy to be back from vacation and working again. But hey, only 2 more days and then the weekend's here. Before I start Deltarune, though, I do have one quick thing to promote, because I promised her I would.
Where the fuck is it?
She didn't put the link to the... She didn't put the link to the channel in her post. She should do that ahead of time. Egg will save us all. I remember when the trophy list pre-release, people were thinking it had something to do with Susie since her name is an anagram of issue. Interesting. There's an achievement that could be achieved 2 different ways regarding a ring. One involves ringing a bell in Chapter 4, and the other involves getting the Thorn Ring in Chapter 2, which obviously is a not great outcome. Anyway, just real briefly, want to mention this. This Saturday, Nessie, my partner, who I mentioned many times, she is going to be streaming tarot card readings on Twitch at twitch.tv/NessieD. This weekend, specifically, it's going to be all free. She does want to turn it into, like, an actual, like, paid thing, but right now, we're just working out the specifics of it. It's going to be at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this July. She will give free card readings. You can listen to her info dump, as she is wont to do. I'll put the link in the chat for that. I'm gonna promote that tomorrow, too. So, if you're free, come by and check it out. Did that... Okay. I don't know what... It looked weird because the screen changed at the same time. Free card lessons? Yeah, more or less. Hey, Ryoko. Wonder what the meta decks are. Tarot was fun. Like, even I've kind of gotten into it lately. And let me tell you, when it comes to tarot readings, Nessie is very, very good at them. She is very, like, I know, you know, it's obviously kind of a weird thing to talk about, because, like, obviously a lot of people don't put a lot of stock in psychics and stuff. I will say that her readings tend to be very on the mark for a lot of people. Not necessarily, you know, future, like, you know, fortune, like, telling the future, but, like, kind of just getting a read on people. She's very good at it when doing tarot card readings, so I recommend stopping by. Again, this weekend's free readings, and if you like it, you know, come by, tell others, and, you know, help her take off a little bit. Be cool. Anyway, I've been rambling for over 30 minutes now, which is about how much I suspected I was gonna ramble today. It is now 1:30, which means I can't even get a full 3 hours of this in tonight, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll work on this. I'm gonna work on trying to get the streams earlier finally again. I don't want to move them back to like 11 to 2 or 11 to 3, but if I have to, I might, because while I was at Anthrocon, I realized something. Getting 8 hours of sleep a night fucking rules. And yeah, I kind of miss getting a lot of sleep every night, because you do wake up rested. So I'm going to see what I can do to get things a little pushed back a bit. I would ideally just not like to work at 10:30 in the morning, but also getting off work at 7 is super helpful. It would be nice if I just didn't have to work at all. Can we make that happen? Please, can someone make that happen for me? Hope it won't take too long to speed through the repeat stuff. Well, here's the thing. I have to make a decision on skipping the first board or skipping through text so you can input a funny name. Well, we're gonna skip to the first board, because none of that stuff at the beginning is different, right? Anyway, I'm gonna start Deltarune now. I think it got an update on Switch. I don't know what it changed, but it probably removed the word degenerate from the game, just like the other versions. Anyway, stick around. I will be starting in just a moment.